Okay, so next up is Ringu.
Ringu!
Was awesome.
Yeah,
I loved
Ringu
it.
was really good. I feel like it kind of fizzled out at the end. I mean, the most scariest iconic part happens after the movie's climax. I'm just going straight into the ending. The most important part to me. But like, they find Sadako down in the well and they put her body to rest or whatever, and they think they've broken the curse. And then she fucking kills Ryuji. That scene is fucking great. You said you wish she was wet.
Yeah, well, okay. Don't make that face.
What face?
You were like, like, the fuck?
I'm gonna have to watch that back. I didn't feel like I made a face.
You're like, well, she crawls, she like does her creepy little walk towards the TV, and she crawls out of the TV, and she's in this like pristine white dress. I think she should be wet and grimy. That bitch was locked in a well. I just like costume, like design wise, I think it would have been more effective if she was like gross looking.
My only problem with it is I feel like her hair wasn't dark enough.
Yeah,
I feel
that
like her
too.
hair could have been like really, really dark black.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Like they gave her fucked up nails from like clawing, trying to get out of the well, but she's not wet and grimy from being down there.
I mean, obviously that scene is like iconic.
Yes.
And I'm sure they recreated it in The Ring, but
we're not gonna watch that. Solely just because it's like I've seen Ringu.
And like the only thing I knew about The Ring at all was the "you're gonna die in 7 days" line, and then there's something to do with a well and a girl coming out of a TV.
Yes.
And I know that from
Scary Movie.
Movie.
Yeah, same.
And I confuse it with The Grudge because Scary Movie does that.
Yeah.
They just throw all the movies together.
Yeah, I saw the little boy at first in Ringu, and I was like, oh, like the little boy. And I was like, wait, that's The Grudge.
Yeah.
I want to watch the Japanese version of The Grudge, too.
Yeah. So literally all I knew was you're going to die in 7 days, and at some point, a girl's going to come out of a TV.
Yes.
I didn't know
I was
pretty
surprised
much
at
anything else.
how long it took her to come out of the TV.
Yeah. Well, like I thought it just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, by the end, I thought, like, once they found Sadako's body, I thought it just wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, it was quite the twist that the curse wasn't broken.
Yeah, I was very surprised.
But yeah,
It's like a tension builder. There's not a lot of jump scares. Oh, but first I want to circle back to that like final scene where she comes out of the TV. When she comes out of the TV, I really loved when it shows her eye. Like her eye freaks me out in that shot. It's really cool. She's all like, her eye. It's like a close up of her eye and it looks all creepy and I like it. I liked that a lot. I thought that was effective.
when she first watches the tape, it ends and the screen cuts to black and Sadako standing in the reflection. That shit was fucking scary. That gave me heebie-jeebies. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I loved all the tension building in that movie. Although by the end, it was kind of gone for me. But they did spend a lot of time, like, not really, like, showing, which I appreciate in a horror movie. You know, like, this threat is here, but it's not, like, you can't see it all the time. I do like that.
I feel like the movie's definitely psychological. Like, the curse of the tape becomes this, like, unstoppable force. And then every time a day passes by, it shows the date. And it happens so fast, like the days going by, you're just like, oh shit, they're running out of time quick.
Yeah, like, oh fuck, what are they, like, are they gonna do it?
Then, when her son watches the fucking tape.
Oh my god, yeah. I think we, like, audibly gasped.
We were like,
no! What?
Yeah, that was crazy. And I feel like it's such an obvious thing to do.
Yeah.
But I had no experience with this franchise. I'm sure it happens in The Ring, but in Ringu, when it happened, it blew my mind. I was like, that is fucked up. Like,
yeah.
But yeah, every day passing by, that's really fucking tense. And they introduced the thing of Ryuji was psychic.
Yeah.
And also the main character was kind of psychic.
I think it was just her, like, seeing what Ryuji was seeing.
No, because she sees the tape, remember? When she goes to the lodge.
Oh, yeah, she's all like...
Yeah,
she
all this like zones in on it for some reason. It's just an unlabeled tape behind the counter.
Yeah.
And she's like,
and there's all these weird like effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah.
And I don't think that was super necessary.
The psychicness was kind of weird, but it like leads into Sadako's mom also had like mind powers, psychic stuff. And then Sadako had inherited that from her mom, and it shows her in a flashback killing a guy with her mind for like just the slightest thing. Like he yelled at her mom and she just murdered him. And I was like, okay, she's just an asshole. She's just evil. And then it gets to the part where like they're in the well and they found Sadako's remains and the main character doesn't die. And I was just like, Well, I guess she's not evil. That kind of sucks. I was hoping she was just gonna be evil. No, she's just evil, it turns out.
Yeah, I
So
like
I love that.
I like with the well scene when she's down there, she picks up Sadako and like her hair and skin splits off of her skull.
Yeah.
So gross.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
I like that part a lot.
I was like, "Bleh."
But yeah, like at the end, it's just like, oh, why did Ryuji die and I didn't? And then they play part of an interview that wasn't in the rest of the movie that
yeah.
if you get someone else to watch the tape, it passes the curse on to them and you don't die. It's like a loophole.
Yeah.
And they just introduce that right at the end of the movie. And I feel like that's kind of a, like a cop out.
Yeah, because like it sounded like it was the same girls that she had been interviewing before. It's like, oh well, she should have known this information then, right? But like I guess it could be interpreted as like just girls gossiping later. But I think it was just the same girls that she was interviewing.
That's what I took it as, but if they brought up this information that showing the tape to someone else skips the curse over from you to them, then her showing it to Ryuji would have been fucked up, would have been evil.
Yeah. I mean, she didn't want him to watch it. He chose to. Also, what I think is funny is her niece dies at the very beginning. I forget her name, but she's like, her niece's ghost is who is guiding her son to watch the tape. And it's so funny to me because she died and was like, I'm gonna murder this little child. And then Ryuji died and apparently had a conversation with Sadako about how to skip the curse over and was able to help the main character from beyond the grave. So that's kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't fully understand everyone's motivations, but it's okay.
Yeah.
The movie works. It was really good, a good concept.
Yeah.
Fell a little flat at the end, but it's still okay.
Yeah.
Still a dark ending, like, oh, I'll go kill my dad to save my son.
Jake thought she was gonna just play the tape on TV because she's a reporter.
Yeah, 'cause she's a reporter. I thought
That'd
she
be
was going to
brutal.
broadcast the fucking tape for everyone, which I think would have been interesting, but also she had no motivational reason to do so. But if she did that, that would have been wild.
Yeah, that would have been fucked up. But yeah, I liked it a lot.
I liked it too.
I'm really used to Jump Scare City, so I do appreciate horror movies that aren't that.
Yeah, it was definitely a slow burn. It was just like
Maybe
watching these people you're fairly certain are going to die.
Yeah, it was maybe a little too slow burn though.
I didn't think so.
Like, I mean, you said it fizzled out at the end, and I agree to that point.
I think it fell flat at the end. That's not a pacing issue. I think that's a story issue.
That's fair. I give it like a high 8. I liked it a lot.
I'll give it a flat 8. I'll put it up there with Malignant as far as enjoyment, but for way different reasons.
Yeah.
I thought it was actually a scary movie.
It was tense. I was like,
it wasn't like a movie that makes me jump. It was a movie that makes me like think and fucking be worried and paranoid the whole time.
yeah.
And like, some people can't handle that kind of stuff. Like those are the kind of movies people avoid because they're like, why would I want to subject myself to something that stressful?
Constant anxiety.
Yeah. And I'm not going to watch The Ring.
Yeah, I don't feel any reason to watch The Ring.